The former president of the European Commission, Jean-Claude Juncker, has come out to endorse Rishi Sunak and his Brexit deal, which means that it's probably not a good deal. Hello everybody, welcome to the channel that challenges the mainstream media and the political establishment, from the left-wing nutters to the globalist elite. Today we're going to be talking about Jean-Claude Juncker. We also have a number of other video updates for you guys. The latest update from the SNP leadership election, and of course the latest saga when it comes to the lockdown files, the leaked WhatsApp messages. We've actually created a new playlist on the channel in regards to the lockdown files and also the SNP leadership election. Let's get into what's going on with Juncker, because for some reason the mainstream media still give him a lot of platform, including our own British outlets like LBC and Andrew Marr. I'm not really surprised about this. This is pretty much their echo chamber that they've had there for years and years, especially since the 2016 EU referendum. You've got essentially a left-wing bias outlet like LBC with a show presented by the left-wing Andrew Marr, and then they invite Juncker to talk about what's going on in Britain. Let's go to this video because essentially Juncker has come out to back this new so-called Brexit deal that Ursula von der Leyen and Rishi Sunak have reached. And he also talked about, in defense of the European Union. He's a massive defender of the European project. Let's get into this video and we're going to react as we watch it.
I think that the European Commission will have more authority than it seems. And as the European Court of Justice has been reconfirmed in its role as arbiter when it comes to internal market questions.
So essentially this is about the Northern Ireland Protocol issues, and literally the first 15 seconds Juncker does confirm and admit that the European Union, the European Commission and the ECJ, they have supremacy over the UK government.
Concerning Northern Ireland and so on, I think that although the deal is giving a response to the major British concerns, there is a part of the European Union in the deal some in Britain are trying to hide.
Oh, so it's better for the EU than people in Britain are.
No. I have made so many negotiations inside the European Union and with partners in the world, Canada, Japan, US, Mercosur. When a negotiation comes to an end, don't try to divide the benefits into two. A deal is a deal.
Yeah, you're just giving us the definition of a deal and a negotiation. It's not really what happens with the European Union, because the first part of the interview, he basically confirms that not only the European Union have the upper hand, but they got the best of out of all this agreement, just like the first one as well. But of course, with more concessions from Downing Street, this is the situation. And even Andrew Marr had to be more professional and say, well, from what you said, you're basically confirming that the EU are winning. And of course, Juncker has to just completely shift the debate and say, I'm just going to read the definition of a deal between two entities. That's not what happens with the EU. The whole thing is not sustainable, by the way. None of it is sustainable, not just when it comes to the Brexit deal, but of course, the Eurozone in general, all the divisions across the continent of Europe, and all these clashes with central banks trying to dominate the whole of the debate when it comes to financial services. We've got the digital currencies being advocated right now. Each country are in different stages of this so-called digital currency, and everything else has been going on with it. National governments are battling with the European Union. The Eurozone are still trying to empower the concept of the European central banking system. And there are still countries in Europe who might be part of the Eurozone, but they don't really want to lose complete sovereignty. And that's why the whole system will come down eventually. The whole domino effect, and it's not really about just the EU. This is about the global consensus on the banking system. it's not really safe to have everything in the current banking system that we have, including your own assets, including your own investment and pensions and everything else. That's why I mentioned recently on this channel, we do have a partnership because it's part of our campaign to go against the central banking system's complacency, as well as the way they are implementing digital currencies. This is not a paid advertising, and it's not really anything promotion like that. It's just a shout out to the Pure Gold Company as part of our campaign. This is to basically protect your wealth using a physical asset, the only physical asset that's sustainable, which is gold. Whether you want to use it, it doesn't really matter how much money you have in it. It could be a little money, or if you have more money than others. It's about protecting your assets. Whether you use it as just a savings account, essentially a savings scheme, it's better than putting your money in the central banking system, because the moment it crashes, you will lose your money. Even if you want to use it as an investment to grow your assets, then of course it will protect it. It will be in a new version of a physical asset, i.e. cash. You can't really use the gold to go buy things in supermarkets, but in terms of the physicality of an asset, it will be more sustainable. Considering we are going through cashless society, you must find a way to protect your physical assets. And gold is the only thing left that we have. And the Pure Gold Company, I'm going to put the link in the description. They are very good. They give you a dedicated account manager. You don't even have to commit to anything. You can just click on the link, have a chat with them, get some more information, pamphlet or whatever from them. And the best thing about this is that, of course, if you want to fight against cashless society, as well as the inevitable collapse of the banking system again, this will be good. And on the plus side, no tax on it, which is also a very good point. But as I said, just have a look. This is not paid advertising. I'm not really, they're not really funding this video. Let me know what you think in the comment section. I'm Mahyar, Tousi, and we are the media.